Hi. Why do you think there's no more testosterone in contemporary rock and roll? And what's your favorite Rolling Stones song?
Okay. It's really sad how rock, has diminished as in terms of its national appeal. There's no doubt. I've seen pie charts, which show that hip hop is now something like 3/4 of music sales, in the world right now. Hip hop has taken over. Now, where I am in Philadelphia, most of the stations are devoted to hip hop, or to like oldie goldies or something like that. And it's only when I travel, sometimes I'm taking the airplane even, and I try to have a little radio, and I can hear the stations as we're passing over. And hard rock still survives in the heartland of the United States. You have to get away from the major cities, and it's still there. It's like raw, heavy, visceral music. And yes, the testosterone, I've written about that, the high testosterone, of the heavy metal rock guitarists and so on, right? So actually, rock is kind of persisted, in their markets all over the world. I love this, the documentary of Iron Maiden, they made maybe 5-6 years ago. It's a fabulous documentary that shows them when their own jet, being driven by, when the guy has a pilot's license, all right, and going around the world, and the incredible response, mass response, to the kind of rock that they do. So it still lives, But I think that's another thing, is that music today, the way it's being made, the intricacy of hip hop, the rhythm, there's so many fascinating things about it, but the problem is the way hip hop records are being made now is not conducive to, it seems to me, to artistic development of musicians. That is, what's happening is that you get a very brilliant young guy, who provides a beat, a great beat, so then they take the beat and they bring it over to somebody else who makes lyrics for it, somewhere else, and then they present it to like a major song, singer, like Rihanna or whatever, Now that way of doing music, where it's all fragmented, and you don't have the people actually meet the way the Stones do it, to meet together in a room, and to have a synergistic energy, with each other, etc. Really bouncing off each other, and everything going on to the intuitive level, right? And that's why the Rolling Stones always say, they will never record a track, separate tracks. Everything has, and if there are any flaws in it, they'll leave the flaws, which I think is fantastic. It's like that's the way a jazz performance, would be. So you have like in "Give Me Shelter," the great moment which they left, which is the classic moment where you have one of the African American singers, her voice breaks at the top, and you hear Mick Jagger going woo like that, right? And they leave it, and that's important. That's important. The rawness of music. That's like so we're in a period where everything is kind of fabricated and. And also the use of, there's all kinds of compression things they're using now in production to prevent the voices from going too high up or too low, and this kind of evenness. The production is like absolutely fascist. The way it is like this glue, that's over everything. All right. So when I listen to like older songs, like some of them still wow, they just have an emotional authenticity and a vitality. And another thing is that young people today, in my view, because they're listening to music often on earbuds, they're not experiencing music as we did, as something coming from speakers, that is vibrating the body. All right. So the bass line, big bass line, would vibrate you. You'd feel it in your bones. And so young people are getting music that's like it's like kind of up here. There's nothing that that moves them. So that's another issue. So I could go on and on in my litany of problems. But all right. Thank you for that question.
Okay.